Oh hey, it's Sabrina. So this video is super late because, well, I've just been really busy and haven't been able to sit down and film it. But it took me a while to really think about all the books that I really wanted to talk about that were my favorites for the year of 2015. So 2015 was a really good year for me. It was the best year in terms of the volume that I read. But in terms of like books that I will always remember that I loved, there wasn't actually that many. So I thought about doing my top 15 of 2015, but I felt like I couldn't say that all 15 on those lists would be like 5 out of 5 stars. And there weren't that many books that I gave that high of a rating. And so in this video, I'm basically just going to share with you my top 5 books of 2015. So out of all the 50 books I read, I'm only going to mention my top 5. So these were the best of the best that I loved for that year. So starting at number 5, my 5th favorite book of the year 2015 was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. And if you don't know what We Were Liars is about, it's a young adult mystery. No, it's not a mystery. It's like a young adult. I don't really know what to classify it as, but it's super good. It's one of those books where you're reading it and you're not really sure what's happening, and there's kind of a twist at the end. So I really loved it. Some people hated it, so I felt like it gets mixed reviews, but I loved We Were Liars, and it's definitely a book that I could see myself rereading. Coming in at number 4 is Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. And this was just such a good book and movie that I just couldn't, I just can't. So many feelings. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl is another young adult book, but it's about a kid who befriends a girl with cancer who's dying, and then he has a black friend named Earl, and they become friends with the girl with cancer, and they make like home films for her. And it's not a love story, but it's so good, and I would definitely reread it because it was really funny and also sad and just really great, and I just loved it. Coming in at number 3 is Cress from the Lunar Chronicles. This is the 3rd book from the Lunar Chronicles, and it kind of follows the story of what's her name? Rapunzel. So her name is Cress, but she has the long hair, and it's the retelling of her kind of being locked away in a spaceship in space, and it was so far the best book of the series. I have not read Winter Book 4. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen, but I really doubt that it's gonna be better than Cress because I love Cress so much. Coming in at number 2 is actually from Rainbow Rowell, and it is Eleanor Park. Eleanor Park is another young adult novel, like basically all of these are young adults, which is 2015 really was the year of young adult novels for me. I didn't read as much adult historical fiction or like fantasy as I wanted to read. So this year I am making it a point to read more adult and more high fantasy and more historical fiction, because that's really what I started watching YouTube for. Was I started Goodreads because I just loved historical fiction so much. So sorry, I got way off track, but number 2 is Eleanor Park. It's a young adult book about, it's kind of about romance, but it's also a little bit about abuse, and it's just about these 2 kids who come from way different families that end up befriending each other and then becoming more than friends, and it's set in like high school, and it's a really good book, and Rainbow Rowell did a really good job with that one. And then my number 1 favorite book for the whole entire year, if you can guess it, let me know down below if you guessed it before I say it. But my favorite book for the whole entire year was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I still think about this book to this day, and I read it months and months and months ago, and I feel like people ask for recommendations, that's the book, that's my go-to. If you like, you know, dystopian futuristic books with like an 80s twist, then you are gonna love it. And I'm not even an 80s baby, I was born in the 90s, so I can't even fully appreciate it, but my husband loved it, and it's just so good. You need to read Ready Player One if you love this type of genre. but I can't recommend it enough. It was so great, and I am definitely going to reread it. I actually bought it on iBooks because they had it for a really good sale, like $1 or $2, and it was the best $2 I ever spent. So someday I'm gonna get around to buying a physical copy that I can have and cherish forever, but Ernest Cline is amazing. So those are my top 5 books of 2015. I thought about maybe just putting in full series and doing more, but really truly those were the best books of the year. There were a lot of other books that I really did enjoy that I gave like maybe 4 out of 5 stars that were really great. For example, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and the rest of the Lunar Chronicles, and even the Shatter Me series or trilogy, but I didn't love them as much as I loved these top 5 books. Like, these 5 books are books that just make me really happy, but I would recommend to everybody, and they were just amazing. So that is it for this video. Those are my top books of 2015. I'm sorry it took so long to upload it. Now I will be finally moving on to, you know, my February TBR and wrap-ups and stuff, because I've just been behind on so many things and videos, and now that I'm starting to get caught up, I will definitely be posting more often. So that is it. I will talk to you very, very soon. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.